What up, what up? Welcome to the Rellcast. It's your host, DJ Rell Boogie. Here with my guys, man. They back, man.
All right, what's up?
What's going on, man? Tall in the house.
Hanging in there.
TJ in the house. Behind the scenes, I think. Something like that. And Al back with us, know what I'm saying?
We got Al Boogie in the house.
Straight from Venezuela. What's going on, man?
We got from Venezuela.
His own island. Never heard of that place before, but what's going on, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on, man? The team back. What's up, Tall?
I'm good, man. Fresh out vacation, man. I'm good.
Okay, where you coming from, man?
Tampa.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Venezuela. Like, you
No,
actually
no,
went to
no.
Venezuela?
Nah,
You know where that's at?
I never even heard of it.
TJ, what's going on, man?
What's happening? What's going on, y'all? What's going on Facebook, Instagram? What's on with y'all?
Wow. You started a ruckus last week with your with your Adele with the Houston comparison. Why you looking like that?
Shouts out to the ones who commented on YouTube about that. You know, you like y'all opinion that y'all gave.
Yeah, it's definitely, right or wrong. As crazy as that sounded last week, what I'm saying, give me your thoughts and opinions on YouTube, the Rellcast podcast. Also on anchor.fm/the Rellcast. Also on Apple Podcasts. Also here on WMRR on air radio. You can leave your comments there as well. Also on Overcast and Spotify as well, man. So how y'all week going so far?
It's going pretty good. Also,
Uh-oh.
Facebook Live. I know y'all live right now. You're checking in. Also,
Instagram Live, what's up?
look at the post because right now we have I have the phone number on there for the Rellcast. So y'all got some call in and give y'all opinion on topics that we're talking about today. So what we talk about today?
Also, the number, you got to give the number to call in, sir. The number to call in is 754-203-6478. Again, that number is 754-203-6478. What you guys want to get into first?
Talk about sports.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Kevin Durant situation. What they were saying about him. Should he play? Should he not play? What y'all thoughts on that?
Tall, what do you think about that?
I think he should play.
He should have played?
He should have
Yeah,
played.
he should have played.
Why?
Because it's good for sports. For my opinion, I think that Kevin Durant, he's one of the top athletes in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And without him, I really personally think that Golden State has no chance to win. With him playing, whether he scores a whole bunch of points or whether he just scores, the minimum, 5 or 10 points, he's still a force, an enforcer on the team. As far as the offense presence, just him being a part of the rotation of the ball, him taking shots, him just being on the court, he demanded a double team.
Yeah, before he got hurt, he was the best.
Yeah.
He was the best player in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Whether
Hands down.
he takes a lot of shots or whether he doesn't, just his presence alone on the court, would change the whole team of dynamics of defense.
So you think he should have played? The situation that he had not last year, the free agency, that he's a free agent, and being that he ain't playing 30 days.
Yeah.
You still think that's a huge risk. You still think he should have played last night.
Yeah, I think he should still play because if he didn't play, Golden State wouldn't have no chance. But just his presence alone, like I said, they have to come up with a certain game plan to play him. If you watch the first quarter, he dominated.
Yeah, he did. 11 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He hit 3 for 3 and 3-point shots. Yeah, he was on point.
Just his presence alone. But it's hard to find the defensive strategies for a player like that.
Right.
Because he don't have to score a lot of points to be effective.
So what do you think about the outcome? That they're saying that he tore his Achilles. Initially he had a calf injury, but he, I don't know what that was. Just reaching, but he strained it. He tore his Achilles. Is what they're saying. So you still think it was worth the risk?
Well, no, I don't really think it's worth the risk. No injury is really worth the risk of playing. If you're already injured, all it can do is get worse. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, just his presence, whether he plays, next game and plays 3 or 5 minutes, just his presence alone will be a force.
TJ, what you think, man?
I mean, I don't blame him.
I think Adele should have played. Nah, go ahead, man.
I don't blame him. I would have played too. Like you said, because every athlete, like let's say, if you're an athlete, right? You play ball, you like competitive sports,
Mm-hmm.
So a coach give you the opportunity to get in a game and play, you're gonna play. You know what I'm saying? For instance, like I say, like Tall. I mean, one shot he made from half court, You know what I'm saying?
The Don
He was
Shula
hurt.
game?
He was hurt, huh?
Was it the Don Shula League?
Yeah.
Don Shula.
He was hurt?
Yeah.
He was hurt.
My ankle was swollen.
His ankle was swole.
That game was crazy.
But we
You weren't there.
I was there.
You was there?
Yes, I played the
You wasn't
game.
there. You wasn't there.
I was there.
You was there? Who was on the team?
Me and you and him. I
Who else?
I don't remember him playing.
He was there.
Dude, I was on the team. I got fouled. They missed a foul. They slapped me in the arm. I got
I
fouled.
don't remember that.
I remember that. I was there.
What you did?
He had a shot from damn near half court, and we won.
You was there?
Yes, I was there.
I don't remember being there.
I was there, man.
You was?
Okay, well, I guess you was there.
I was there.
Sound good.
You know, but
Dude, we was up. They came back, and you hit the last second shot at half court.
Yeah.
okay. I don't remember you
I
there.
don't remember that
was
either.
there. I remember
But-
we also got blown out by 30 points. I remember that too.
Against that same team.
No, it was another team.
It
We
was
got
the
blown
same
out by.
team.
No, it was somebody else. It was because Craig and them was on that team. Dude named Craig.
We got blowed out one game, but the rest of the games we was in.
How was
we beat the best team that was there.
Yeah.
Y'all.
But
old, man.
to say Terry came back. He came back.
Take your time.
You know, and
What did
we
he-
didn't have a coach, but you know he's a competitor, so he came in even though he was hurt.
But we're talking about an ankle injury in the comparison of calf
Yeah, but
potential
it's still the same thing.
Achilles.
It's two different things,
Yeah.
but the spirit of it, he still came and played.
Right.
That's why I can't catch Kevin Durant.
But would you come out? Because they're saying that the first initial thought was it was Achilles from the beginning.
Yeah.
So if that's possible, you still going to come out and play knowing that it's a possible Achilles injury? You still would have came out?
I probably would have.
You would have?
Yeah, if it's like they said, if it's the player's decision, he'll come out. But as a coach in the organization, they said that they should have stopped him.
They gave him the green light.
Yeah, I mean they gave him the green light, but they should have stopped him.
Yeah.
But they gave him the green light to go ahead and go
So
out.
you don't think they didn't put pressure on him to come out and play?
I think the fans,
the media, and the organization, I think, put pressure on him.
But,
we're down 3-1.
Yeah.
This is a possible elimination game on the road. We need you out there.
Kobe did the same thing.
Kobe did what?
Kobe did the same thing with his shoulder.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all about
He did.
it's about the person. But like I say, now, on another standpoint, he shouldn't have played. Cause look at what's your boy Le'Veon Bell for the New York Jets. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, he set out because he didn't want to get hurt because he wanted his money.
Yeah.
Even though Kevin Durant is set up in a different way because he got money, but Le'Veon Bell set out.
But he's a free agent.
He's free agent.
He's
You know what I'm saying?
supposed to make a lot of money coming, and this shakes the whole situation in the free agency because there's guys that was teaming up that want to play with him. So now this changes things.
But if you also look at it, he's been hurt. Probably out of his career, he probably played a good 3 years without an injury.
Mm-hmm.
The past couple of years,
But I don't think
none of
this
serious like
severe.
this. He got a foot problem. That every year he's been having a foot surgery, 3 or 4 foot surgeries every time he played.
But none this severe.
No,
Achilles.
none this severe. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
None this severe.
Brown, I see Brown, you comment on Facebook. Hey, Brown, if you want to call in, man, call in at 754-203-6478.
What's that number again?
754-203-6478 if you want to give your opinion.
I'll say this too. Al, did you watch the game?
I ain't watch basketball, man.
Do you watch? Do you know?
I mean, I ain't watching.
Oh.
Said I ain't watch basketball.
But you know who Kevin Durant is.
I know who
the
that is. I ain't
website
watching in a while. though.
Oh, what's
It's
Oh
not-
yeah. We'll do that another time.
Yeah.
But I feel like they rushed him out of there. And if you look at the situation that happened to Kawhi Leonard when he got hurt, and he came back and only played 9 games.
Okay.
When San Antonio was trying to rush him to come back, and he got a little friction between the organization and his uncle being the agent, he got a second opinion.
Yeah.
He got criticized heavy to the point where he lost trust for the organization. They ended up letting him go, and he's in Toronto. He's in the finals now.
Yeah.
I think that maybe Durant should have got a second opinion and thought about his future. Like, to me, he was in a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
It's like if he didn't play, they would say he's a coward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he played, oh, you shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
So it's like he's in a lose-lose
So
situation.
you think he's gonna be able to play next game?
No,
he's done.
He's done
He's out.
for the whole year. Can't really say.
He's out. Like he's in rehab mode now. If you look at what's going on, he's injured. Looney out there looking crazy.
Yeah.
he's playing. He shouldn't be out there.
Yeah.
Why are you out there? Like,
I think from that first injury that he fell, I think that was it for him.
to Looney,
Yeah.
he should not play the game.
Yeah.
He's grimacing. He's looking crazy out there.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying, from that first injury.
yeah, you shouldn't be out there, man.
But if what I seen was a good sign with Kevin Durant is he got up, and he was walking. It wasn't like somebody like Gordon Hayward or something that they had to carry him off.
Right. It wasn't something that was real like crazy.
Yeah.
for him.
Where
See?
he can provide
Right.
assistance.
So it probably won't even take him the year.
No.
Right. It all depends on
It
the
depends
person.
on where you go at, because Achilles injury is a very serious injury that career injury. I mean, career-like injury
It is.
that like Patrick Ewing, like Kobe, like so other players.
Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, they get those Achilles injuries and that's it.
With the technology and the resources people have now, it's a 6-month, rehab.
Yeah, but I also think that they provide better quality as far as sports injuries overseas.
Yeah, because I think Kobe went overseas
Yeah, he
for
went
his
to
knee,
Europe.
right?
Yeah, he
he
went to
went
Europe.
overseas.
Came back in like 3 months.
So what do you guys think about? Did you guys watch the game?
I watched the
I
game.
watched the game. No.
I watched the game.
You heard, so you saw the fans, or did you guys hear about what the fans did?
Yeah, I seen what the fans
The
did.
fans cheered.
Yeah.
No, they cheered when
hurt.
when Durant got hurt.
Yeah.
Which I think
I heard
is
about that,
just
too.
tasteless and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want. Besides Drake, because I don't like Drake. Besides that, now I want Golden State to come back and beat them. Because that's disgusting. It's tasteless. You should never want anybody to get injured. You know what I'm saying? If regardless of you like them or whatever the case may be, like you should not want anyone to get hurt. And I was just
Yeah, but in sports, that's what they cheer for. They cheer for injuries when players get hurt, players get carried off the stretcher. They cheer for that.
Did they cheer when Kawhi got hurt against Golden State?
No.
That's my point. Golden State fans didn't cheer when he got hurt against a couple years ago.
No.
Like that's you don't do that. Like that it's bigger than basketball. This man got a family, a career.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he hurt. Cool, but I'm glad the Toronto players, stepped up and said, nah, we don't need y'all to be cheering because he hurt. You know what I'm saying? And they try to switch it up and say KD, cheers KD when we were leaving. It's too late.
Yeah.
Drake tried to give him a hug, and which was horrible. Did you see what Drake did?
No.
He put his hands up. Oh man, you act like you care. You don't care. Get out of here. He's an actor.
Yeah.
And a groupie at that.
Yeah.
But hopefully, prayers go out to him. He has a fast and speedy recovery, and I hope Golden State come back and make history. I hope they beat him just for that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, because I think what's the boy on First Take?
Stephen A.
Stephen
Smith.
A.
The other guy,
Max.
Max, was saying that the fans, you gotta look at it this way. Matter of fact,
Max don't know basketball. He's a boxer now. So.
Boogie Cousins made a comment
I saw
saying,
that.
you see that comment?
Yeah, I agree with him 1,000%.
How they look at the athletes, you know what I'm saying, and knowing that they still human after all that, which I think about that. What you think about that?
He basically said that people forget, since people are celebrities and athletes,
Of course.
they're humans as well.
I think that you're above the law and above, people. I think the only difference that I was talking to this guy today, the only difference in celebrities, like far as I'm gonna just use millionaires as an example, is money and material things. That's the only difference that separates you from a millionaire.
Yeah, you still, you're still a person. You're still a human.
But they don't see it that way. They see because you're a millionaire, you can just buy everything that you want, and you above everybody else, which you're not.
Right. You still got to pay taxes.
Yeah, you still got to do.
You still
I pay a lot of taxes.
You pay the most actually. You still, when you get sick, you're not immune from
you still
being
gotta go
sick.
to the same hospital we go to.
You know what I'm saying? You still, it's things you got family you got to take care of. Nothing changes. The only difference is it's just your income. That's it.
Yeah.
But you're still human.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
you're
So-
still human, but like I said, when you go between them lines, you're somebody else because of the platform. And that's what they say. If you sign up for an NBA team, you make $1 million. People gonna hold you to a higher standard. Period.
And they shouldn't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're still human. I don't
still
care
human.
how much you make. You're still human.
When stuff hit the fan, you go to your job, your lieutenant or whoever, you gonna hold your boss to a higher standard. They should know better. They should know. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they gonna do it.
So, did you guys? I'm gonna get off of basketball for a minute. Did you guys watch the Netflix special
Which one?
when they see us?
When they see us,
Did you watch it, man?
I watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing.
You did?
Yeah.
Thank you. You didn't watch it. You were super busy. Okay.
Spoil it. We're gonna spoil it for you, sir.
Yeah.
Spoil it for me.
Okay. I was wrong about one thing because I said before I watched it, I said they was locked up for 30 years. It happened 30 years ago. It happened in 1989.
Yeah.
So the guys, there's 5 guys from Harlem, 4 black, 1 Latino. Was in Central Park, and they all did up to 6 to 14 years. So, but at first I wasn't gonna watch it, but the more I heard about it, you know what I'm saying, it was relatable in certain things, and it was hard to watch. It was sad, but I'm glad. I'm glad I watched it. You know, what did you guys think of it?
I think that
you ain't see it. How do you know?
No, I didn't watch the first episode.
I thought you didn't see none of it.
The first episode I watched.
Okay.
I didn't finish it.
You use somebody else's password or you use yours?
I got my own.
You lying, man.
Look at this guy. What about whose password I use? Who's the
Somebody
police?
got my password. They're looking at it for me.
But anyway, I think that it's good for. I think Netflix put it out there because of what we're dealing with in society. Because the racism between police and blacks is an all-time high. And I think that's the reason why they put out a movie like that all the way from 1989. It's more people and more kids that's been locked up for crimes that they haven't committed all over the world, not just in New York, but that's one of the biggest cases. That's why they came out. But we also have cases in South Florida and California that
All over the world
that deal with that. So I kind of think that Netflix did a good deed and opened up our eyes, but it goes back to the parents of being uneducated. If they was educated, they would not tell their kids or ask their kids to plead to a deal.
Yeah, that sucked. To see that father, tell that young kid.
That's because he was uneducated.
He was like, man, just whatever they say, just do it.
Just do it for you.
That's because
you can go home.
He's been in jail before and been in prison before, so he just say, just do whatever they say and just deal with it. We'll just deal with it. Just tell them you did it.
That's that part there was.
And that probably shows that he probably committed crime, or they probably been accused of crime that he didn't commit, just to say he did it, so he can just go home.
Right, and that's happened to people now and
all over
back then.
Yeah, all over. You just have to be educated when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. What did you think about it, Al?
Well, I thought about when I first seen it.
Did you use somebody else's password?
I had my own Netflix, sir.
This guy.
So when I first seen it, so I thought they ain't have no case. They
Yeah.
have no case for Al.
Right.
So there wasn't no proof or nothing. The DNA said with no fingerprints and all.
Right.
But the other part I didn't like when the what's the lady name that was going against them?
Her name is Linda Fairstein.
Yeah, Linda Fairstein.
Racist bastard. Go ahead.
So she knew she lost the case, so she asked the man, "I want to make a deal, or whatever." So I guess the 5 boy they kept like we want to fight for this. So I thought they wanted the case. So after the case, they lost the case or whatever. So I think how many got 12 years, right?
Yeah, 6 to 12 years.
Yeah, 6 to 12 years. So I looked at that. I like, man, these kids going to jail for this crime they didn't do.
Right.
But the other one, the 5th one.
Yeah. Corey Wise.
Corey, I ain't like the part they charged him with like a dope crime. They sent him straight on the man.
He went to Rikers, yeah. Well, he was 16.
It's 16, yeah.
And then he turned 17. They tried him as an adult.
Charged
And because they used the tape where they made him confess, saying that he raped the young lady. And then again, that's what Tal said earlier. The parents was educated. You don't expect 14, 15, 16-year-old kids to know about the law, especially back in 1989.
Yeah, but I put the blame on the parents because
No doubt.
as a parent, I look at it like, nowadays you have more resources and more people to go to, as far as help you out with your case, as far as just giving you education on what you got going on.
There's no excuse now.
Yeah.
89 is still kind of early, even though it's.
In 89, you didn't have the resources.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
So, I really can't just be blaming it on the parents because they really didn't have resources.
No, they didn't. Of course.
But at the same time, you had enough knowledge to believe your kid. Look, my son didn't commit this crime.
Yeah, like the young guy, Kevin, 14. This little 14-year-old kid, the smallest one, is not breaking.
You don't even like girls.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It was just crazy, but
how can he commit a crime or a rape? You don't even like girls.
Right. Yeah,
He's too young to even be engaging in sexual activities.
Right. It was tough to watch. I've seen these boys forced to confess to crimes and, you know, taking a
Deals
lot of
that
they
didn't have any business taking.
Right. You know, what did you think about it, TJ? You know, on somebody else's password. Talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was highly pissed off
We all were.
when I seen this movie. Number
What you
one. You recording this?
Yeah.
Number one.
Number one. The first
What's the name of the movie again?
I don't know.
You saw it, but
Go ahead,
you
we recording?
when they see
Oh, no.
us. When they see us.
When they see us.
Yeah.
You right. You know what?
Talk about it.
I was highly pissed off because on the law enforcement part.
Okay.
Because they was threatening the kids just wanted to go home. They was forcing them to say stuff that they didn't do.
Which happens
Because they was
often.
threatening all the time. Number two, they was questioning those kids without their legal guardian there. Their parents was there.
That's a shout out to the mother of I forgot which mother that was that stepped in and said, hey, she was like, no, my son is not talking no more.
Ain't signing it.
Right. She was the only really smartest one to to stop that situation. Shout out to her.
Okay, does this tactic be done all through America? I believe so. Why?
Is this still number 2?
No, this is number 3.
Oh, okay. You didn't say number 3.
Now, the little story that I have is that somebody in my family, they got questioned by the police, and they tried to put both of the family members against each other by lying, saying, "Hey, this person said this or this person said that."
That's how they do it.
Yeah, they said, "Oh well, I know such and such didn't say that. I know such and such didn't say that, so you lying." So they know. Unfortunately, it's been going on.
It's still going on.
You
can't expect a kid to not believe at that age, if they've never been through anything, if they're not knowledgeable, to be like, yo, what they're saying, it might be right. It's the police.
And then all the stories didn't add up.
No.
All together. You know what I'm saying? But it makes me something. What y'all think about the $41 million they had to split?
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? They had to split $41 million, and you can't get them years back. I don't care how much you give them. You can't get 6 to 12 years back. You do the years, and then you can't find a job as you saw.
You would never be able to find a job.
Man, they got jobs. They got jobs.
A forklifter.
You gotta get.
I think one was doing the hospital, right? He was cleaning the
Yeah,
hospital,
but you saw the Spanish guy.
You gotta get different kind of jobs.
He tried to find jobs, and he was getting denied, so he had to go to the streets, and that led him back in jail.
Let me tell you, I deal with this all the time. People come to jail, get out of jail, and can't find jobs, so they resort to selling drugs, committing the same crime they just committed, and come back. They have no resources for people after they've already been locked up to find good jobs. It's like society just shut them out. If you have a felony or you're a convicted felon, you can't get no jobs.
Right. It's hard. You might do construction.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You might
tell
wash
you,
some
you
dishes.
can get jobs, but at the same time, yeah, you can get jobs, but will it be a top paying job? Will it be a job that you say you can provide for your family off of? I don't think so.
No, of course not.
You're just gonna make, I don't want to say pennies, but you're gonna make, lower than what you would make if you didn't have a felony.
Yeah, I want to say this. Even though it's very tough to watch, it's the same as watching Mississippi Burnings and all these old racist movies, but it had to be watched. The kids, like the actors, did a phenomenal job.
Definitely.
Like especially I'm not just saying this because we had the same name, but the character that played Corey Wise, Jerome.
Yeah, he did
great. Like he has to get some kind of award for that because that was tough to do when he was in solitary.
Yeah.
Like to do a role like that is crazy. Like he was also in Moonlight. I didn't like Moonlight, but he did good in Moonlight too. But the kids did a great job. The parents. It was just a phenomenal movie. And I want to give the director, Avia DuVernay. She did that other movie, the Disney movie last year. I can't think of the name of the movie, Wrinkled in Time or something like that. Where she was the first sister to have a $150 million budget.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she did this movie.
So what's her name again?
Eva DuVernay.
Okay, shouts out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sisters, y'all look up for, role models like Cardi B and all these other people. Look up to a sister like this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the first ever to make that much in a budget movie, and the movie did well. So, and she did good in this special. I didn't know until I saw the movie that Oprah Winfrey, I don't care nothing much about her, but she also was executive producer, but most of the time that just means you just put money into the project. Robert De Niro was also executive producer. So, it's a great project. I recommend, especially if you're a father, if you have kids, black kids, brown kids, have them watch this. You know, I talked to Wayne the other day. He said he wasn't gonna have his kids watch it. Cool. You gonna talk to them? Cool. I say you can talk to them. You can talk to somebody blue in the face, but visuals work for these kids. They're gonna just think, you know what I'm saying, my dad, oh, he don't know what he's talking about sometimes. Unless he's that strong mentally and love his dad and respect him. Yeah. Most of the time, when our parents talk to us, we didn't get into something bad happened anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So visuals, I feel like, are important. You gotta have your kids watch this, and instead of being on Facebook and Instagram and all these places, man, have your kids learn about Miranda rights. Yeah. Have your kids know about, hey, when you get with these cops, you gotta talk to them. Ask for your lawyer. If you're underage, you call me. Don't say anything until we're present. Like, have these discussions with your kids instead of trying to, you know, buy your kids Gucci and all this other dumb stuff y'all buy.
But I guarantee 90% of people don't even know what Miranda rights are.
No.
I can't believe the jury went with that.
I can, because, you know, they're white.
Well, I agree with you. So your kids, but...
Huh? It was some, but, you know,
yeah.
In 1989, and then remember the judge, they nicknamed him Rikers Island. Because he was known for putting people on Rikers. So, I don't find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I agree with you. You show your kids, but you have to explain to them both sides.
Definitely.
Of the law enforcement side and, you know, the civilian side, because, you know, you don't want to plant bad seeds in your kids that all law enforcement is bad. You don't want to do that. You know, and that's the problem. And that's one thing I say about this movie. For me personally, it's the one thing. It either planted a good seed in you or a bad seed. A bad seed is you saw the police did the kids wrong, and you start to hate the police because what you seen. You have to explain both sides. You understand what I'm saying?
You have to explain both sides, but I don't think watching this you're gonna hate the police.
You never know.
Know what I'm saying?
I mean, you don't even speak for yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Because to me, this is not saying all police is bad. This is saying that the cops in New York are bad. Who did this case? Yeah, but the lady Linda Forstein. That's why she's bad. When I look at this, I don't look at all cops in New York or wherever.
But I can't. Well, I can't. Me personally, I can't say that. You don't know.
Did you get that idea that all cops are bad by looking at this?
No, because if you mature, mentally if you mature, some people, especially in the hood, think all cops are bad.
They do. Because
this movie could contribute, when they see it, could contribute to what they thinking.
I don't think that. I don't think this movie can contribute that. Like,
no, I'm not.
It depends on the individual.
Like I said, it depends on the individual.
Had that conversation. Like, again, we was raised on after police since '88. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's on your mind and you believe it. But then when you go out in the real world, you see all cops ain't bad.
That's what I'm saying. But like I said, it comes
you gotta have that dialogue.
You have to explain both parts of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, then you just don't know.
Is it thunder because of what he's saying?
Yeah.
I think they're still mad. I think they're still mad about that whole Adele thing.
Call me Thanos, man. Snap on him. One snap.
Okay, but right. So give your thoughts out there in IG Live, Facebook Live, YouTube, Anchor, Apple Podcasts. Give us your thoughts. What you feel about this this great documentary When They See Us. You know, and let us know how you feel. You know about the system, and also this lady Linda Fairstein. They had her removed from some of the organizations that she worked for, and they're currently trying to get her books boycotted that she made millions off this case. And she still, to this day, is not taking responsibility for what she did.
That's
She's still saying, hey, people
day.
got beat up, raped, it was 30 people out there, and it was part of it. Like, she's still, 30 years later, is still not, which is no surprise.
Talking about, he was the citizen and what?
Yeah, it's, you know. We're not saying, I'm definitely not saying that all police is bad. You know, you're going to have some anger when you watch this kind of stuff, just like anything else. Educate your kids or whatever. Just let them know police is not all bad, but at the same time, you are accountable for your actions. So you don't, you know, be disrespectful, not just to police, to everybody. But just be aware that you have rights. You know, so you guys check that out, man. So what else you guys want to get to? Yeah, y'all quiet. What's up, man? You ain't got no super duper crazy question?
Yeah. Super duper crazy question?
Yeah, you know you come with these crazy questions and stuff.
Duper crazy questions. We still trying to find a tenderoni for Al.
Yeah, you come in with the fresh haircut, man.
You know
what I'm saying? What's going on, man? What's up with the babies, man? What's going on?
Where them babies at? Where they around somewhere.
All right.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, did you see that question?
What question I had put it?
We got a good question right here about from Earthquake.
Earthquake, yeah.
We gotta get this set up right. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, everybody, I want to get your opinion on this question that we have here. Should a wife? Let me see. You gotta fix that. This is from Earthquake, the comedian. We didn't make this question up, so don't beat us up. But we want to get your thoughts on it. Should a wife help her husband pay child support from a previous marriage? And that's a good question, man. Oh Lord. Okay. Let's not ask that person in the back, fellas.
Go ahead, Al. You go first. You think Al Boogie?
Straight from the greens. No. You know.
You know.
You got a lot of that.
That might be you one. You might find your little.
No, think about it. Like, do you think? Go back to the question. I want to make sure I ask this question right.
That's from Earthquake.
Because you got that all in the greens. Should a wife help a husband pay a child support from a previous relationship?
Al Boogie.
Think about that one, bro.
All right, Terry, go ahead, Tom.
Go
ahead, Tom. What you think?
Tom, what's up, man?
I personally don't think.
If they black, I think they should. No, go ahead.
I personally don't think that it's the wife's responsibility to take on paying the child support. To me, I think that it's just the guy's responsibility to take care of his own kids' child support. But in the society we live in, that they withdraw the new wife check if he's not able to pay. So it's like a give and take. I really don't think that she should be paying it. That's okay. My answer.
That's okay.
What you think?
You go ahead. I'll go last. Go ahead.
You go last?
Yeah. Elaborate a little bit more, please. That's what I think. That's it.
Well, like I say, it's the money's still coming out the household no matter what. Like you said, Tall feel like you should have separate accounts. A lot of people feel like you should have separate accounts, but still, money still coming out the household because you paying child support. You know what I'm saying? So if what's that boy? Boyz II Men over here?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? But
we moving.
So like I say, if
you know what I'm saying? Green's fine. Let's go ahead. Boy got the fresh cut.
Well, like I say, man, it's. I mean, if she can help, she can help. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it may help out the household. Period.
How would that help out the household by her paying child support?
Because no matter what, it's still coming out the household. Plus, y'all living together. Period. Unless, like I said, put like this: if y'all have one account, then it's helping out the household. But if y'all got separate account, she good because she got the money.
Yeah, but listen. The question is, should she help pay child support?
Well, she can. She want to.
No, but
if y'all got two separate accounts.
That's not the question. Do you think she should help? That's the question. This is what we all got together. Yeah, if you got the same account. Yeah, if she
meaning that
she's black.
Look, all right. Since she helped pay.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, she got good credit.
She should help pay if they have joint accounts.
But
that ain't. Take the joint accounts out of the equation.
If they have separate accounts.
No. Take the accounts out of the equation.
We ain't say nothing about no accounts.
Okay.
No question of
no, all right. Well, should she help? Yes, she should help. Yes, she should help.
And why should she help?
She should help.
Why?
Because you say they live in the same household.
Because they live in the same household.
Okay.
That's why she should help.
Yeah, they live in the same household.
That's not answering the question.
You still don't know?
That's not answering the question.
I'll say this, man. I'm with both of y'all. I'm 50% with y'all. I feel like that's the man's responsibility because that's his kids.
That's exactly what I said.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if the wife y'all want. So if it's one kid, it is not too much of a burden on the entire household. I say if she can help. But I feel like as a man, he shouldn't look for that help.
No,
you see what I'm saying? He shouldn't be like, hey, baby, can you help me with that? Now if she say, I see what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? I can help out any way I can. Okay, cool. I don't think he should be dependent on the wife to do it.
That's not her
if that's
That's not her responsibility.
No, it's her kids. Now, like I say, you're not going to find a lot of women that's going to do that.
Okay, take for instance.
You're not.
Take for instance, we're gonna take Chris Bosh's situation. He paid $5,000 a month for child support.
Okay, which is nothing for
It's
him.
nothing.
Yeah.
But he get married to, just say, Vanessa, and
I want to know who the lawyer is.
She doesn't in Texas. That's the max you can get.
Gotcha.
So, and that's how it should be down here too, in every other state.
Right,
You
I
don't need
agree.
more than that. But at the same time, back on the question, it's not her responsibility to help you pay child support for your kid.
Right.
It's your responsibility. That should come out of your paycheck. She should have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
If you don't make no money, if you just make $50 a month and you work hard, whatever they take out your check, that's out of what the kid should get.
Right.
Because that's all you have.
And that's not her kid.
That's
now, like I say, if she decides she wants to help out because y'all together,
that shouldn't even be in the equation. That shouldn't even be an equation for her to help out pay your child support for a kid that don't have.
So let's say you're that guy.
Yeah.
You're the guy who is on child support.
Okay.
And your wife say, "Baby, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You need help. We're together. I want to help you out." You're gonna say no?
I'm not going to say no, but I'm also going to say
Hey,
that's not your responsibility.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So you're gonna turn her down?
Nope.
I'm going to take care of myself because that's between me and
So
my
you're
kid.
gonna turn her down?
Okay,
That's the question. You gonna turn
take
her
for
down?
instance, okay, you don't have any money. I'm going to use this as an example. You don't have any money.
Okay.
Your account is zero.
Okay.
Now, your ex-wife or girlfriend, whoever, calls you and say, let JJ need $500.
I gotta say my son's name.
All you got to know.
I gotta put Jay in it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put Jay.
Go ahead.
Ask your wife for $500 to give your ex-wife, or you're gonna make things work just between you.
That's what I'm saying. Don't depend on your girl.
I get that part, but it's not.
I wouldn't ask her. No.
You just keep it between
Right.
y'all three.
But if my girl said, "Hey, I see what you're going through. I'm here to help."
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying? Like it's times where you gotta put your pride to the side. in
Yeah,
certain situations.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta beg for help, but if help coming, hey, come on.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
But
And then to keep it a buck, once you get out of that situation, you know what? I'm gonna hit you back or do what I can to show my appreciation for what you did for me because you don't have to do it. But you realize that we're two individuals, but that's what people fail to realize. When you're married, you're one.
Yeah.
So whatever problem you got, she got. whatever problem she got, you got.
I get that.
All that.
But we're talking about this child support.
But it goes hand in hand.
That's what I was just saying.
It goes hand in
man.
hand. See, a lot of people.
The money still coming out the household no matter what.
See, a lot of people, a lot of chicks in particular, they want to be independent and married, and you can't be both.
Can't be. That's
There's
impossible.
no such thing.
No, I get that.
If you want to be independent, be single. When you're married, you take on each other's problems. Now, I'm not saying if this dude got a bunch of damn kids.
Okay, let's use a bunch of damn kids for it.
The answer's hell no.
Okay, he got 5 kids.
You shouldn't be with no nigga who got 5 kids. Oh, excuse my language. You shouldn't be no dude with 5 kids.
Okay, she took them in. Now she
That's
got
her
child
fault.
support.
That's her fault.
Okay.
You can't. You gotta be smart. If he got 5 kids,
But the average dude got more than 1 kid. You get what I'm saying?
that's not true.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
the only one that got a kid.
But other than us,
Oh, you got kids out? You look like you saw that look. He like
most
I
people
think
our
I got
age
kids.
have a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah, they do.
More
They
than
do.
one.
They do.
Multiple kids. So just say 3 or 4 kids, and they put him on child support. He's paying what, $1,000?
Okay.
He can't expect her to contribute $1,000.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But that's that's a different scenario too. 'Cause that's multiple kids.
Yeah.
And any man is expecting a chick to help with that kind of situation, you a bum. You're not a man.
I wouldn't even expect a chick to help me contribute to 1 kid that I had.
I wouldn't either. But like I said, if that's your whiz, she may offer the help.
Yeah.
We're gonna grind it out and do it ourselves. But if she extend that helping hand, why not take it?
I would take the hand, but to me, come from financially, I don't want to carry the burden myself. Not
As a man.
Yeah, that's what I say as a man.
So you won't ask her for no money.
I wouldn't.
Okay, wait a minute.
Anything pertaining to money, I wouldn't ask her.
You won't ask her money. So you wait till she offer it to you.
I wouldn't. She wouldn't even have to be.
So
in
you
that
stuck with
conversation.
$200 for the month because you paying child support. Y'all married. You stuck with $200 for the month because all your money going to child support. You're not gonna ask her for no money.
No.
So you gonna lay with that $200 for the whole
I
month.
would give it to my son or my daughter.
No, you already gave that money already.
I would just.
Oh, you're saying you already gave child support. You left with $200.
$200 for the month.
I'll make it
And
work.
you married.
I'll make it work.
And you married. And you don't
Check
expect
it
your
out.
wife to give you no money
I will make
because
it
you
work.
get child support.
I will make it work.
But keep in mind, hold up, keep in mind, like I say, you're married. no matter how y'all put it, the money is coming out the household regardless. If she helping or not, it's still coming out the household.
I get that.
Because y'all want
child support.
It could be groceries, dude.
Go ahead, Al got
It could be groceries, don't matter.
What about if you break up with her, she take you to court, she want that money back?
She can't do that.
She can't do that.
Nah,
Because that's considered a gift.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
The donation.
I don't know that.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Donation.
That's considered a gift. Yeah, you can't get that money. How you guys that money back? That's like somebody.
When people do that though. You know?
Nah, it don't work. If somebody gives you something, you can't ask for it back. If it's a gift. Now, let's say y'all got a kid together, right? Let's say y'all got a kid together. A lot of dudes mess up with this. Dudes, a lot of times just give money to their baby mama, and they don't back up. They don't, make copies. They don't write the stuff down. And you can do that for 5-10 years. If that chick get mad and take you to court, and you ain't keep no records of this, you gotta pay all that. That's back pay.
All that.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference in that. If they do that, you get, hey, look, judge, this all the paperwork, this all the stuff, this how much I give, then that works in your favor. But if someone give you something as a gift, you can't get that back.
Yes. It's a gift.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It's a gift.
So people out there, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, YouTube, give us your opinion on that. What was the question again? I want to make sure I ask it correctly, man. Should a wife help her husband pay his child support from a previous relationship? Tell us what you think out there. Yes, no, hell no. Give us your thoughts and opinions on that.
There's another post that I sent you guys on Instagram about black women with attitude. I don't know if you got that.
What was it? You can pull it up. Pull it up.
I don't pull it up.
Oh, you can't pull it up, but you can pull it up. Did you put it in the group chat?
I put it in the group. Look at this one right. He got a new phone. He can't.
You know what I'm saying?
No. But yeah, we shout out to all our listeners and everything. Once again, we appreciate the support. Our Terry trying to find appreciate the support and everything that y'all do for us, and tuning in, sharing, and everything. We like.
Let me ask y'all. Let me do one gotta go while he looking that up.
Yeah, go ahead,
Let me get y'all opinions on that, man. While he supposed to be on point with the iPhone, man. We do one gotta go. I don't know. The last one was crazy by this guy. He compared Adele to Whitney Houston. I don't know what to expect from him now. Let me do one right quick. All right, one gotta go. It's his R&B artist, Men. You listening? Man?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You playing Cold Crush?
Yeah.
Candy Crush?
Yeah, Super Contra.
All right, John Legend, Maxwell, D'Angelo, Usher, or R. Kelly. One gotta go. Yo, you see Al's face? You see his face? Hey, when the dude go, that's tough. John Legend, Maxwell, D'Angelo, Usher, R. Kelly. One gotta go.
Go ahead, Al.
Do you listen to rap? I mean R&B?
I ain't listen to D'Angelo.
You listen to D'Angelo?
No.
What the hell? Cut his mic off.
Who you got, Al Boogie? Who you gotta go?
Who you got? Look at the list right there. You gotta see the list again. How you ain't listen to
There's
D'Angelo?
only 4 people.
I'm gonna go with that.
You gonna go with? You said Maxwell?
I'm gonna go with Maxwell. I'm gonna go with
Maxwell?
like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Maxwell.
You go? Al Boogie went to Maxwell.
Listen to Maxwell like that though.
You don't listen to Maxwell either?
No.
So who would you?
Who get with the Maxwell though?
D'Angelo?
D'Angelo?
You don't like D'Angelo? At all? The Brown Sugar album? Damn. Yeah, who you got?
R. Kelly gotta go. Heard what's going on?
That was easy, right?
R. Kelly gotta go. I'm a straight up hater.
That was easy, man. All right, man. Let me look at this list. Yo. And we basing this. What was your answer? What are you basing it on? Just the personality or altogether or catalog?
All together, R. Kelly gotta go, period.
Okay.
I ain't messing with that.
All right. I'm just going to keep the music.
Keep the music.
So I'm going to say John. Damn, this is tough, man. John Legend will have to go. And I like John Legend. But that's a tough list, man. Like, I don't know how y'all listen to D'Angelo.
Yeah.
The Brown Sugar album? Me No Dreamy Eyes?
Why
The
John
Voodoo
Legend?
album?
Why
John
John Legend?
Legend? Because, okay, despite what he did, again, what's his name is probably, he's king of R&B. Usher's dope. He made Confessions. D'Angelo, man. Voodoo album. Brown Sugar album. Maxwell. The first album. I can't even think of the rest of the albums, man. Just John Legend is dope too.
Yeah,
I'm just comparing the catalog.
Yeah, for the
John probably got 2 good albums on it that I like. Maxwell got 4 good albums. D'Angelo got 3 good albums. Usher got like 4, and the Pedophile got a lot. So, just basing off music, I have to say John got to go. And I like John too.
Yeah,
he's dope.
I gotta keep John.
Yeah, the Good Morning record is dope.
Yeah, I gotta keep that.
Yeah, you do one more, man. While he's still, I don't know what he's doing.
Can't find it.
Yeah.
I think I remember the post.
What, go ahead.
It was saying how.
Let me see if I can find it. Right?
It should be. It said how the black women attitudes. Our black women need to stop having attitudes.
What did you send there? You sent it on?
I sent it on a group.
I don't see it.
I think you might have sent that to Instagram, man. Let's find that real quick before we get up out of there.
Yeah.
Why don't you? Oh, you can't look.
Yeah, like I said, black women and their attitude. I think a sister had posted that, and they was commenting saying that black women don't have attitudes, and
I remember the. Well, go ahead.
Said black women don't have attitudes. Some post was saying that. You got it? What it said?
Okay, the post says, "I hate that black women can't express emotions without having an attitude. Everyone else gets to be exhausted, disappointed, and frustrated, but we have an attitude."
Now, who posted? What's the name of the?
This is just a random chick, but it came from Earthquake again.
Okay.
So we got it from her. So, what's your thoughts on that, fellas?
No comment from me.
Man, what?
Ruckus? No comment? Really?
No comment, dog.
All the black talk you do? No comment?
I don't know why.
Al? I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm flabbergasted. I really am. Al?
I don't know.
Let me see the post.
You don't know what?
I don't know why they got attitude. I don't know.
So do you consider that having an attitude or just expressing yourself? Because she's saying everybody else gets to express themselves, have emotion, but with black women we have attitude. So do you consider that having an attitude?
I don't know. I got no comment.
Y'all, why y'all tap dancing? TJ?
Man, look. He said, yeah. Do they have attitude? Some black women would tell you that they have attitudes.
So what do you think? Do you think they have attitude?
Most black women have attitudes.
They do? Why is that? Why is that?
I don't know, man. I mean, I can't explain
that. They
that.
have attitude, but you don't know.
Like I said, man, I keep it real. Most of our black women get railroaded. They go through a lot of stuff in life. That's why most of them have attitudes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I express that to most black women I talk to. Because they constantly getting hollered, constantly getting disrespected. Mm-hmm. So that's why they have an attitude. So they got to put on that defense all the time. Mm-hmm. Because how they get treated by, especially our black men. So they have that attitude.
You think it's only black men?
And it's man, I mean, it could be men in general. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But automatically when you see black, that's what men too. You get looked at differently. So can they express it another way? Yes, they can. Can you control your emotions?
Absolutely.
You can.
One of the number one rules: emotions that gets you killed.
Yeah. Like I said, I always use this example. If you a black woman have an attitude with her husband, you have an attitude with your husband, but on the job, when your boss tells you something, you don't get an attitude with your boss. You control that emotion.
Some do.
Some
that cut up.
Yeah, because they probably been there a long time. They probably been there a long time.
Man, someone that 6 month probation,
I seen,
and they get fired.
For what I seen, I mean, for what I seen, well, let they back and be against the wall. They got to feed their kids. This is the only job that they have. They gonna straighten up. I guarantee you that.
No doubt.
You gonna straighten up if this is the only job that you have, and your back is well. You gonna say yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
I don't know about all that, but you're not gonna do something stupid that'll jeopardize.
You don't do that. You don't talk back like that.
Let me step in because y'all tap dancing.
Right.
Basically, what I will say is I agree with you. Some black women have attitudes. I'm not gonna say all. I don't like to say all of anything, and I agree with the reason. A lot of women been through a lot, not just with black men, just with society. Period. So, like you say, they have to be strong. Some of the women are raised that way. Mm-hmm. Some of them have strong grandmothers and mothers, and that's how they was raised. To be strong, never, don't take anything from anybody, because they'll take advantage of you. I get that part, but what I would say is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get my point across, and I ain't got to curse. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to put somebody in place. You ain't always got to curse somebody out. You ain't got to not do all that and snap your fingers. You ain't got to do that, because society already puts them.
Put you in that box, like
right.
that.
So don't give them the satisfaction of thinking that's true. It's all cool with being cool and being a strong woman and all that. But the reason this stigma is on black chicks is because what they see, whether it's on public, YouTube, World Star TV, Love and Hip Hop, all this stuff, it don't help. So it's ways to express yourself.
Yeah.
It's women are very emotional. That's who they are. But at the same time, two wrongs don't make it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have to find a balance, a way to express yourself. You have to. If not, you can always be placed in that box of, I don't want to make her mad because she's going to snap, she's going to get a bad attitude. Yeah, if you look at other cultures, they don't do that. They handle it, they have other ways of expressing themselves. So you just have to learn how to express yourself a lot better. Don't lose the strong part of you, of your character. I'm not saying lose that, but it's just better ways. I tell a guy that, you know what I'm saying? Guys are emotional too. Some of them, not a lot. The ones who are, they're punks. But you ain't got to resort to violence to get your point across. You ain't got to resort to doing something stupid. It's better ways of doing it. So it's a lot of black chicks that have attitudes.
We got to stop saying that.
What?
We got to stop saying that.
What?
How men show their emotion like that, they punks. You got to stop saying that.
They are.
No, you can't. You cannot say that, because you can't say that. You cannot say that for every man. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
If you show too much emotion,
all right, now
that's
that right there, you
you
show too much emotion. But it's like, okay, that's what I'm saying. It's a thing.
We all have emotions.
Emotions. We all have emotions.
Everybody in the world has emotion. Emotion is happy, sad, moody. We all have emotions. But if you are too emotional,
you can't.
What is that sign of?
Yeah, you can't.
Answer the question. Who is too emotional?
I mean, everybody have emotions.
Everybody have emotions.
Who is too emotional?
But
who is known for being too? No.
I go back to what you said. You got to express them in the right way.
Who is known for being too emotional? Thank you. So if a man is being too emotional, that is a female trait.
Too emotional. Okay, I understand.
You would get ate up out here as a man if you are too emotional.
Too emotional. Yes,
you
but
you can't.
Look,
you can't do that.
I can't tell you.
You might well like sit down when you pee.
Okay.
Squat when you pee. If
and I will leave it right there.
You might well join the beehive.
Continue on.
Join the beehive. Join the beehive. And dance to single ladies. You'll get ate out here.
Okay. Like I say, my standpoint is this right here. If you have talked to men that been through stuff in their life, who have been molested or have been...
You're talking about something totally different. I'm not talking about dudes that have been molested or raped or none of that. Of course, you're going to be a little bit emotional. You're traumatized. I'm talking about regular guys that when you have a conversation,
you're not going to know. Nobody's not.
You are a punk and you're soft.
If you just automatically for no reason, get emotional for no reason.
Like how these guys now, these millennials, these young guys, because they don't have no dad or no father figure, they act like broads. Let's call it what it is. These girls are harder than these guys are.
Question, but do you give up?
They tuck their tail in.
Okay, but do you give up on them guys because they like that? Because they have a father?
Who said give up on
Nobody did. No. Now you're on defense. I'm not saying that. I'm asking the question.
Am I on defense?
I'm asking the question.
I just said I ain't say that.
I'm asking the question. But
the question is no.
You don't give up on those guys because they act like that because they probably don't know. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't know. Like you had a son, your son act that way because he a bunch of women.
I just said that though. I said a lot of these guys act up now because they don't have no father figure.
Yeah,
so they're around a bunch of women.
Don't give up on those guys and don't label them so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Don't label them so quickly. You can't do that.
If you emotional, you emotional.
Yeah, but I'm saying
you're gonna be like Drake, start singing about I'm gonna start checking other chicks' phones. Who does?
So what you saying on Joseph Book by cover?
No, I'm saying just don't judge so quickly like that. They probably need help. Period.
Listen, there's a lot of people need help.
A lot of people need help.
There's a crackhead right now doing drugs. We can't say he a crackhead. He needs help, right?
Yeah, people need
He's
help.
a crackhead.
You won't jump so quick, they just don't know. But like I say, if you haven't talked to men, like have I talked to men? I don't talk to over through
So I ain't talking to
well, my 14-year career for what I've been doing, I don't talk to over 400 to 500 men.
Mm-hmm.
That heard numerous stories. Why their emotion? So I can relate. Well, you haven't talked, and it's all about social media or what? Whoever you been around in your circle. It's two comparisons. You can't get in my room like that. You can't come where I'm at.
You should have a conversation with somebody and tell how they are.
Okay, you can, but I can have a conversation. You can have a conversation with 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
It won't compare to you having a conversation with 200, 300 people.
I need one conversation with one dude. He's emotional.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you don't know the whole story. I understand what you're saying.
If you're too emotional as a man, you are soft. Go, you know what I'm saying? Listen, get father figure, get an uncle, get a cousin or somebody to toughen you up. You would not make it out here in this world.
Yeah, and that's exactly. That's right, and that's getting help, right? That's you getting help. But most people like us, not us, but most men will see that and they automatically count these dudes out. They give up on them. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say give up on them.
So, you go again. You're on defense. I'm not saying you said that. I'm just talking about in general.
If you're around and you see these guys that are soft.
Soundboard Cloud supports live stream.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I don't know what that was. That was creepy. But we're gonna end it off like this. If you see someone that's very emotional, as an older male figure, you talk to that brother and you guide him in the right direction. That's all you can hope for. But ladies, whoever, everybody out there, give us your thoughts and opinion about, when black women express themselves, is it considered having an attitude and why they can't express themselves like everybody else? And again, thank you for checking us out here at the Rellcast. You can check us out here at WMRR on air. Also on YouTube. What y'all doing, man? Also on anchor.fm/the Rellcast. Also Apple Podcasts and Spotify, man.